Mike Barlack here to entertain you with the help of Mike Post. Scratch that. Take two. Mike Barlack here to entertain you with the help of Mike Post. Do, 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 do. Alright, Mike P's TV Reflection, Quantum Leap Season 1, and the beginning of Season 2. So, I finished Season 1. I'm working on Season 2 now, but I wanted to get a reflection video out there about it. So, in this series, this is like the third time I'm actually watching it. I watched it once when I was growing up, when it aired on the USA Network, and then again off the tapes I made with my sister a couple years later. But I haven't seen the show in over 20 years, and I'm watching the show for the first time in 20 years. And anyways, this is my reflection of Season 1. So Al is Sam's only window into the future, and what I remember of the series, because it's still working on watching the whole thing again, but it's kind of a dark future where government bureaucracy is a bit shady. The project is a secret way in the out in the desert, and it's just the air and water is not good. Crime, prostitution, and instant gratification is running amok in society. It's no wonder Sam is in Genesis, the pilot show. Sam has got a big smile on his face when he's leaping. When Gushy says, Ziggy says no, but Sam's leaping. And when Sam's leaping, he's got this big old smile on his face, like, I'm out of here. So long, suckers. Perhaps it was this dark, dark future that was Dr. Sam Beckett's driving force to put right what once went wrong. And the next episode is Star-Crossed with that Terry Thatcher, which is of, what was it, Lois and Clark fame. Anyways, and then the right hand of God, that's where he goes in, he leaps into a priest who's supposed to, or not a priest, but a boxer who's supposed to fund a chapel. How the Test Was Won, that's the episode where he gives his 2 cents for the song Peggy Sue. Double Identity, that's a gangster one. Color of Truth, everybody remembers that one. That's where he leaps into a black chauffeur. It's kind of the Driving Miss Daisy episode. And then Catechism Z Kid. I actually did want to say something about this one because leftists love to badmouth the 50s and 60s and the nuclear family. So I had to say something about this one. After the guy crashes the car, throws the keys at the brother, the kid, the acne cursed kid that Sam leapt into, throws the kid, here, pizza face. And then he turns to his minions and says, get him! And Jason Priestley's character says, not cool. And immediately I thought, wow, you can say what you want about the 50s, but at least everybody had to follow the same rules. There was no elites or, we got to treat this person because they're special. So obviously these guys, they were not this guy's monkey boys, is basically what I'm saying. Unlike today's world, where it seems like us peasants are obligated to lick the boots of the political and Hollywood elites in the world. Just because he's butthurt, he's butthurt because he lost the race. So right away he's got to say, there, get him! He made me look bad. So what? He made you look bad. This got me thinking about a lot. That episode got me thinking a lot of the BS in today's world, from Coca-Cola to cartels making $14 million to AOC, who spent all her time at the border while Trump was president. Where is she to be seen now? I don't think, to my knowledge, I don't think our vice president, who keeps saying they're going to go there, has been there yet. We, and when I say we, I mean we, the honest, good people of this world, have tried to make peace with leftist ideology people, SJWs, and their blame game. We've tried to do that, but recent history has proved there just can be no peace. There cannot be a peace between such ideas. It's clear that the left will not rest until conservative traditional values are dead, along with the faith in a power higher than government. Look at the fate of the black women in this country. They're all married. A hefty portion of them are married to the government with no hope of anything beyond what the government will give. I will never become a female's pathway to a marriage to government. For example, the fate of the black woman in America. Back to Quantum Leap. So, in the episode in Season 2, Disco Inferno, which I'm still working on Season 2, but I thought it was funny, the Ford fall. That's the one where the end is the bet with the Ford fall on the plane. Thought that was curious. Recent events in history of the current leader of the free world, and I use that term loosely. And then there was Good Morning Peoria. Last time I was watching this show, I definitely had a more childlike mind versus an adult mind, because I remembered it differently. I thought Al standing next to the antenna was somehow supporting transmission. No, it's Sam was hooking up the wires to the gutters around the building that were happened to be made of copper. So that just goes to show. When I was a kid watching it, for some reason I got it in my head that it was Al standing next to the antenna where Sam says, "Al, he's illuminated in blue," and Sam's comments, "Al, you're leaping." And for some reason, I had it in my head that it was Al standing next to the antenna that was maintaining transmission. Something more, definitely would have given it a more ominous storyline thing. So in my brain, the memory of watching it the first time around years ago on USA, I was thinking, that's kind of cool, because now the powers that be are wondering, how are they maintaining transmission? But that was either something Mandela effect, or more likely case, something that was just in my head. I have this distinct memory of just Al just kind of dancing on the roof next to the antenna, looking down at all the kids dancing to the rock and roll music. But anyways, Good Morning Peoria. Well, that's the one with that Patricia something or other from the Home Improvement show. And I got to thinking, Home Improvement show was one of those shows I didn't really watch, regularly. That's one of those shows I'd watch when it was on, and I had nothing else to do. But anyways, I seem to recall, wasn't the sidekick in that show named Al? The sidekick to Tim the Toolman Taylor. Anyways, so there is apparently a secret ending to the Quantum Leap series. A fan, YouTuber, Allison Pregler, if you go to her YouTube channel, you can see it. It's pretty interesting. It's short and revealing. Short and revealing of what season 6 of the show could have been. But also on another YouTube channel, Christopher Allen, there's Quantum Leap, A Leap to Die For. I thought was pretty interesting. Die spelled D-I, as in Princess Di. Now, other actors portray the roles of Sam and Al in it, so that is going to take a little getting around for any fan of the show. But it ain't all bad, and the actress that played Princess Di is pretty good. The premise is Sam leaps into this American dude who's on his honeymoon, I think. I only saw it once. And is there at the time when Princess Di perished in that car accident. So it's an interesting. It's one of those fandom things where the fans made it, and like I said, it's some of the original people are in there. Like the woman who voiced Ziggy is in it, so that's something. It's like 46 minutes long, but it's worth it. It's worth checking out, in my opinion. It's like a lost leap, a lost quantum leap episode. It even has a nod to Sam's daughter, Sammy Joe. All right, so that's where I am so far on Quantum Leap. But I did want to mention. So when I was a little kid, I kind of idolized Mark Harmon. I saw the movie Summer School at the show, and I idolized Mark Harmon because all the females older than me raved about him. So when I was a teenager, it would make sense that I would idolize Scott Bakula for the same reasons, because all the women older than me talk big about him. I would admit to when I became a Bush fan, a fan of the band Bush, I did idolize Gavin Rossdale for a little while, but it wasn't too long after I became a Bush fan that I no longer saw any point in idolizing any human being. I find solace and comfort that in the fact that only God's opinion of me matters anyways. So, according to my official Quantum Leap book, Sam has an IQ of 267. That combined with the Swiss cheese memory loss thing, it's very convenient for storytelling. Oh, and he has a photographic memory. He has a Swiss cheese memory, but he has a photographic memory. Hey, whatever makes the storytelling work. That's what I say. So I guess I just want to end this one and talking about my interpretation of the end of the series. Now, this was an interpretation I didn't come to right away. It was an interpretation I came to after thinking about it for a little bit. But the episode Mirror Image, the last episode where he leaps into himself in 1953 in that bar, that was supposed to be made up to look like, I guess, this Don, the creator of the show, his father's bar. Anyways, I just learned that last night. But anyways, it's my interpretation is it seemed to me that now Sam had a place to go to rest between leaps and more control over the leaps. No more help from Al, but now even more direct help from the Almighty. Again, my interpretation. I would watch other movies and stuff that the actor Scott Bakula was in, and this is no offense to him as an actor. It's just in my head, but I would always kind of think that, hey, this is the next leap. Hey, in the last episode, you did say the leaps were going to get harder. So when I watched the movie in the theater, Lord of Illusions, with Scott Bakula, I thought, hey, okay, this is the next leap. Like I said, there's no bad mouthing towards the Scott Bakula, the actor. It's just a reflection of my love and wanting more of the Quantum Leap show. You say, no Al, but it kind of made sense. Given that Sam had changed Al's life for the better, and now he was with Beth and their daughters, and it would make sense that Sam was not acting quite like himself, but we could always blame that on the Swiss cheese memory thing. See, it works for storytelling. After that, there were a lot. At that time, too, there were a lot of made-for-TV movies that Scott Bakula was in. Invaders. Another one, I can't remember the name of it, but he played a death row inmate who killed a little girl who had who happened to have a daughter himself, and I guess the whole dilemma was the parents of the daughter that was murdered were contemplating adopting the daughter of the man that killed their daughter. It's like one of those complicated human stories. Anyways, I remember Scott Bakula was in that, and um, yeah. Anyways, I don't remember the name of the movie or anything. I just remember one line from Scott Bakula where he's towards the end of the story. He's talking to one of his fellow inmates and says, in regards to his father, "I should have killed that SOB." But I don't remember the name of the movie, so if you know it, let me know in the comments below. Mike Perlack, thank you for your time. I gotta go to work. As I watch more and more episodes, I'll probably do short little videos of my reflection of specific ones. Not all of them, but maybe some big ones.